Hi there, people of the internet. I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm here by myself today, no friends, all alone. Crazy, as always. But I thought I'd show you my process for making my Gmod screenshots. I've got an idea for this one today. I also thought I might give some lore regarding Moss or the Knight. Now, typically when making these screenshots, I put music in the background or I'm talking to people. Usually the former and not the latter. But, yeah, it's probably just gonna be really boring because I'm probably not gonna be talking for a good portion of this, actually. Also, I may sound different. That's because I'm a 15-year-old going through puberty again, and also, uh, I woke up not too long ago. I don't know, like around an hour and a half ago. So, like 1 in the afternoon. Alright. So, first off, I pick a map to use. Usually, there is a lot of stuff I have to do here. So I'm gonna turn down the game volume a bit. I have no idea if that's copyrighted. So, usually the main step of making these screenshots is either getting an idea or getting an idea while picking a map. That I've never heard on this map before, actually. It's new to me. One of my screenshots I made here, I'm using it. I also made one the same positions for my new Discord PFP profile picture. Now, cool little thing about GM memory here. Uh, you can find this little baby doll. Then you can throw it in this bin. So yeah, it's just a cool thing about GM memory. Uh, yeah, that kind of seems like it for about this map. There's like a bunch of other stuff. A lot of these props I don't think you can move around. Oh, the fucking rat. We've like never seen that on this map. It's a can of tuna, I presume. Now, how I make screenshots is in a various amount of ways. Typically, I will have to pull a model from the spawn list here, but for the one I'm making, I can just pull one from my dupes. Also, don't worry about the Judgment tool gun that mod I got recently as a joke. Also, typically you're going to want to find a good spot to make this and make a screenshot. Whether it be you need good lighting or just general theme. I think I'm going to go over here for the screenshot. So for this screenshot, I'm going to be using Sap and Cat. I realized, because of the way Ing did this, I'm going to have to spawn in 2 of them. Now, yes, none of the models I use are mine. Cat is just a Panzerhund from Wolfenstein 2, and Sav is just one of the female models. I don't remember which one. The Half-Life 2 female models. I don't know. Anyway, I also need a zombie. Essentially, what I'm making with this screenshot here is Sat is telling Cat to attack this zombie. So we gotta bring the giant hunk of fucking steel. Now, a good thing you'll want to learn is disabling collisions on a lot of things. Also, you'll want to learn to use cameras when needed. Yeah. Alright. Now, for those of you who've never been to my TikTok, you may be wondering, who the fuck is Cat and who the fuck is Sap? And those of you who have been to my TikTok, you'll have at least seen them, but you'll barely know who Cat is or who Sap is. Essentially, Sap is the knight's daughter. Gotta get the face poser. By the way, C menu is amazing. Yeah. You want, you can add some other details. Fucking, because I mounted Day of Defeat finally. I can add a few extra things. Like grass 3. Never fucking mind. That's a lot smaller than I thought it was. What about Pine Tree 2? Yeah, Pine Tree 2. If it didn't just have leaves on one side. Oh, that's from the point of view of the camera that is behind Cat. Oh, add some random crap, spruce it up, make sure it makes sense at least. One of my favorite map props from CSS is the the Militia Rock 5. And always have some fun with Militia Rock 5. And when you're ready to take the screenshot, just get your camera so it removes all HUD elements, and then that ear-piercing sound was me taking my screenshot. And I can't see this, but what I typically do to actually access a screenshot is open up my Steam overlay, go to a private group chat with just myself, upload last screenshot, then I can copy it and put it over to Discord, or then I can either download it or screenshot it again, and then have to crop it on my phone. And we just bring it over to Discord, put in another private group chat with myself. See, Owen changed his profile picture on Discord again. And his name. Cool. Anyway, so yeah. That is the simplest of how I make my screenshots. Other screenshots will have like post-processing effects, uh, more specifically shaders or sometimes texturize. For my ones that are LSD, by the way, epilepsy warning. I use rainbow for if it's like fucking. Oh, this is a screenshot where Moss did weed. Or just, hey, funny unicorn shit coloration. Sometimes use rainbow. There's also like these black and white things that's god awful on the eyes. That is somewhat better. Uh, some more things that'll be god awful on the eyes. Squardo, and then there's Pinko. But if it's like a noir screenshot, they got plain, and there's also rainbow. There'll also be these shaders where you can add different shit. There's Bloom, Toy Town, which makes everything up and at the top and bottom of the screen out of focus. Bloom, from what I'm seeing, just makes the screen darker. Sobble, makes this god-awful looking thing. Some of these actually pair well with each other. Like with Toy Town, can make some things look interesting. Sharpen looks like you sent it through the fucking deep fryer. There's sun rays. I don't know what the fuck that does. And then there's Sharpen, which I will typically use for like, you know, grainy filter or it's VHS type shit or fucking, I don't know. There will also be these like overlay and effects. I don't know what the fuck the effects is. I do sometimes use the overlay. I know one of my screenshots I used Red Uber along with Sharpen. Now I wonder what happens if you turn them all on at once. Oh yeah, that is terrible on the eyes. Oh yeah, it's just some experimenting with all these textures. And then there's color modification, which I enable, and right now it's not doing anything because I haven't changed it to do anything. There's a bunch of different presets. It's black and white. It's black and white too. I don't think there's a difference. It's Cartoon Land, which not great on the eyes. There's Default, which is just nothing. Doesn't change anything. The green graphic design. Yeah. Old red tint. Recolored. Really old photo. Everything's now piss. Trinity dies? No idea what that is. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff here you can use. If you have like a whole bunch of dudes, you might want to incorporate them, especially if they're just of things. Uh, Namely, I have this dude from one of my screenshots. Now, this doesn't really work on this map, because I use it in a different map. On the other hand, I think that's gonna do it. This is a really short one compared to a lot of my videos. Oh yeah, and to explain the Knight for people who don't know, or Moss, he is sentient moss lining the inside of the armor that you typically see him as. And how he procreated to have his daughter Sep, I'm not going to get in the details. He doesn't remember. I canonize that so I don't have to explain to people. It's like nobody knows. Anyway, yeah. So that's it for this video. Thank you for coming to my Moss talk. Get it? Cause like TED Talks and shit. Shut the fuck up, Moss. You're not funny anymore. God, I'm cringe.